My fault, y'all. Sorry. All types of craziness going on. How we doing? How we living? Welcome back to the stream today, ladies and gentlemen. Muted blockhead. Okay. That's just not nice. That's just not nice to say as soon as I come on the live stream. Not nice. Just mean. Mean for mean's sake, dude. Did I watch Dana White Contender Series? No, I did not. Was it good stuff? Was it good stuff? We could watch some of the highlights here. Y'all want to watch some of the highlights? It was meh. Can watch some of the highlights here. Let's take a look. Anthony Witt knocked out Matt Adams in under 40 seconds. Okay. That was 14 minutes ago. What else does championship rounds got? Bilal Hassan knocked out his opponent in under a minute. Okay, so 2 big knockouts. Oh, hold those hammer fists, kid. Help your Logan brother. Yo, appreciate you with the 5, Alec. Or Ale Mixes. All right, appreciate it with the 5. So this dude's a monster, yeah? Anthony Witt. All right, let's go Anthony Witt, dude. Let's go. I mean, defend your Logan brother. Hey, you know what? We'll take both of them. Lorosenko was good. All right, dude, relax. Relax. Caught the kick with the right hand skis. Not gonna lie, if you win by split decision, former NFL football player, that makes sense. If you win by split decision on the Dana White Contender Series, you might as well just pack it in because he is not giving you a contract, brother. He is not giving you a contract. You win by split decision. That ain't happening. All right, Bubba, I know. Daddy's working and you're upset. I know. He roasted that dude, said I wasn't impressed with you at all. Damn, that's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Dana is unforgiving when it comes to fights he does not like. Is he as clingy today? Oh, yeah. Anytime I get, like, first off, again, my girlfriend's not here, so when I'm streaming, I leave the door open because I don't want him to, feel like he can't he can't be near me. Rocky, get down. Hey, get down. No. Down. But then again, he gets insane cling. Cling insane, dude. All right. Oh, the dude hit the moonwalk after the finish? That's fire. Okay. Let's get into it, dude. He's got a pineapple? Yeah, it's his pineapple. He's torn it apart. Let's get into it because Rocky is not going to be very happy with me sitting and looking at this screen for a very long period. Okay. Wade, rewatched your fight today. We need you back. Was fire. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Rocky, come on, Bubba. No. Hey. Lay down. Lay down. I'm not going to keep doing this. Lay down. Why are you clickbaiting and lying about Islam being taller? It's a question, dude. It's a question. I'm asking a question. Is he taller? Question mark. Well, I didn't say is. But let's take a look for ourselves, okay? Let's take a look for ourselves. Here is the face-off. The first face-off of fight week. Yeah, Rocky's definitely going to trip over this. Yep, there it was. Tripped over my phone charger. Just an agent of chaos is Rocky during my live streams. Lay down, please. Lay down. Okay, here it is. First off, serious tone. Serious tone here, dude. Not playing around from Islam.
All right, one face off.
All right, here we go. Walking to the center. You see, a little bit of a lackadaisical walk here from Ian. Body language experts, let me know. Islam walking straight to him. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, buddy? Easy. Now, Islam is not taller than Ian Garry, and Ian Garry's wearing those barefoot shoes, which I need a pair of those. Those things are fire. But he does look like he is the more lanky of the two, which we already knew, but Islam looks big as fuck, dude. And he is taller than I expected. Now, granted, it's not even just about the height. The height really doesn't matter to me, and it shouldn't matter to any of you guys. It's more so the arm reach and leg reach of Ian Garry is what should matter. The height doesn't really, this is mog shit. This is clavicular bullshit, all right? This is nothing. What really we should be looking at is how much of a difference is there here, there, and right? No, I'm just playing.
Face forward, please, guys.
Just admit you think Islam will win. I do think Islam will win.
Thanks, boys.
Oh, no. Ian gave the underhand, the cuck handshake. Number one mistake. Gave him the underhand.
Boys.
Dang. Handshake mogged. Hand mogged, dude.
Thank you, guys. Good. We're moving.
Get hand mogged. The shoes of Islam are thick. I mean, they're just regular tennis shoes. It's just that Ian's wearing those, barefoot shoes. Might have to bet the house on Ian due to the W.A.D.E curse. True. But then the Ian curse might be stronger than the W.A.D.E curse. Islam's 5'11"? Yeah, probably. 5'10", 5'11". Ian's clearly taller. It's a joke. It's a meme on Twitter right now that everybody, I hope it's a joke, that everybody is putting some kind of stake into this. But it's more so I want to see what the reach, arm reach, leg reach is for Ian. Because he better utilize that shit. Come fight day is going to be even taller. All right, so I need to show you guys this because this is a typical Ian Garry video. Here's Ian Garry seeing his poster in Philly today. Right? And watch his son.
It's a
Cute kid. His son calls him Ian. First off, the Machado Garry on the fucking poster. What are we doing? His son calls him Ian. I don't know if you guys were how you guys were raised, but damn. Someone said his stepson. That's a little odd to me. That's a little odd. That's a little odd, dude. Calling your dad his like first name when you're like, what is that kid, 3? I don't know how old he is, but he's in a little fucking he's in a little fucking thing. In New Zealand, it's a lot more common. I don't know, dude. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. But also, he fanboys out over Islam Makhachev. Not even his own dad. He's like, oh, okay, well, there's Ian. Islam Makhachev. It's like, dang, bro. Y'all are saying Ian's not his dad? I think he's reading the sign. Brother, Ian's not on the sign. And that kid can't read yet? What are you talking about? He's not even old enough to, like, he's got a fucking stroller. He can't read. You're talking about reading. Oh, love him. There he is. Love him. Love him. Oh, love him. Love the baby. Is Machado his real name? Yeah, he took his wife, or he took his wife's last name as his, like, second middle name. He did. Oh, goodness gracious. This is ridiculous, all right? This is ridiculous, dude. You realize this. This is ridiculous. Every time we get on stream? No, we can't do this. We can't. We can't do this. I know, he took her ex-husband's last name. Even crazier. We can't do this. Every time? You smell like asshole. Your breath smells so bad. Dude, just have a kid? I mean, he's trying to prepare me for one. Hey. No bite. No bite. Right hand. Right hand. Wait, so he took the wife's first maiden name, but she doesn't even go by her maiden name? How does that make any sense? No. Lay down. Lay down. Now. You lay down. That's what I'm saying, though. Why would he take her maiden name if she doesn't even go by her maiden name? What the fuck does that? I don't even understand that. Because y'all said it's her maiden name, but she doesn't even go by her maiden name? But he took it? So he took her maiden name, but they both hyphenated. They swapped. Still cuckery, dude. Like, I'm not going to say Chloe's last name because y'all will be weird. But it would be like me doing Wade, Chloe last name, Wade last name. Rough. What's the age gap? It's like 15 years or something. If Ian wins, buy Ian's wife's book and read it on stream. Full WAG book reading. Oh my God. Have you guys seen this video? Okay, we're not going to play the music. It's rough, dude. It's rough. Imagine this guy beats the pound for pound #1 fighter in the world. Holy cow. The maiden name thing is normal in Brazil. I don't think I've ever heard anybody, I mean, I'm sure people do it, but I haven't heard a bunch of Brazilian guys having their wife's last name as their middle name thing. Listen, what Ian wants to do, he can do, all right? It's a little weird to me. It's even weirder that the son calls him by his first name and he's like 3. It'd be different if, like, the kid was 18 or something and he was trying to be, or like a 15-year-old trying to rebel and was calling the dad by the first name. But it's like, he's 3 or 4 years old talking about Ian. It's odd, bro. It's odd. Thought that was AI. I have been confused on it as well, but I'm going to go ahead and say it's real. Ian Garry is Ryan Garcia. Islam is Connor Ben. Okay, you're high. You're actually you're high on cocaine. In terms of seriousness, oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like the fight. You're high. No shot. But yeah, there is the big fireworks start. It seems like a non-story. It's not a fucking full-on video story, Vanto. It's weird. Bro, y'all are, that's Vanto, you're an odd dude, bro. Odd dude. Well, I don't know about this one. We might not make it past editorials. Like what? It's just, we're observing. We're observing something I find odd. Well, let me check. Let me run up the ladder. See if it's worth it. Hey, what do we do? What do we do with this? Just because you know what it is? I get loud and he gets frightened. That's what it is. Nobody likes Ian Garry, but everyone covers their ass by saying he's a great fighter, and he is, but a total twat, getting kicked out of every gym. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to acknowledge reality. Okay, what the... You have to acknowledge reality and say he's a good fighter because he is. No, he doesn't get jealous because he thinks I'm talking to someone. He gets anxious because I start yelling. Like, if I get loud, it freaks him out. Even when he's outside. Oh, hi, Bubba. Even when he's outside and I'm recording and Chloe's here, she says he'll run to the door and start whining if I get loud. It's just his thing. He doesn't like it. Thanks, Bubba. Your dog is spoiled? Yeah, he is. Big time. Big time spoiled. And he's a daddy's boy, big time. Oh no, dad is talking to himself again? Yeah. Something like that. Hey, you're going to have to get down, okay? I'm going to need you to get down. How do you instill fear into your dog? My dog is crazy. I don't instill fear into him. He just doesn't, he thinks something's wrong if I'm loud. Which, to be fair, when I'm loud to him, it's a serious thing. You know, I get loud with him if he's not listening to commands, or if I'm in another room and he knows, all right, I got to get my shit together. So if I get loud, like when I'm sitting here, he probably thinks something's going down, you know? But, okay. I mean, like I said, today, I just really wanted to talk about those two clips. There's nothing super pressing happening at the moment. Tomorrow we get media day, so we'll have more to talk about with this. Do you ever train him to avoid food aggression? Oh, he does not have any food aggression at all. If he can be in the middle of eating, and I can take his food away from him, and he won't do a thing about it. He'll just look at me. The biggest things with him is he is rambunctious. Is he a lab? No, he's a German Shepherd. Well, he's a mutt. He's a German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois, boxer, husky, golden retriever. Really, what he is though is a golden retriever. He's like 50% golden, which is surprising to a lot of people, but it's because he's got the black coat. But he's like 20% German, like 18 or something, Belgian Malinois. But this is the big thing with him. This right here. Down. No, sir. The big thing with him is the jumping and the playfulness that we're trying to kind of train him down out of. Because he likes to jump when he gets excited or when he wants something. Like if he sees a dog he knows. If he sees a dog he knows in the community, he does this weird thing where he like crawls on the ground. It's so odd. Oh, he's not camera shy at all. And then he'll lay down and wait for me to tell him to go play. But then he goes crazy if I do, you know? But there are things that definitely need to be trained out of him. He is way too, does he bark when someone new's in the home? No, he'll bark until he sees the person. And then he gets just really excited and wants to jump and run around, you know. He doesn't know how to, like, calm himself. That's the biggest thing. Reactivity and calming himself and, like, bringing him down, that's the one we got to work on because he's just fucking. Or, like, again, if I were to walk him out of this door right now and close the door, you guys would hear him whimpering. Because he has to be next to me. Bolt of energy for sure, dude. Yo, appreciate it, Sammy. Appreciate you. Staffy energy, yeah. He's a wild man. But like right now, he got so fed up with it, he just laid down. He let out a big like huff and laid down. He's like pissed now. Oh, snap. Francesca Hong might lose her primary? No, dude. We need more Francesca Hong. We need more crazy socialist energy. How's the Mac energy? It hasn't gotten in yet. It's supposed to come in like the next few days. We'll do a live taste test for you guys. Bro, how does this kind of stuff still exist? This is real? How does this exist still? How does this stuff still exist? How are we still training people like this? Bro, what? This is like child abuse. Legitimately. This is child abuse. This is like insane shoot-the-box stuff from back in the day. What the fuck? It is child abuse and definitely is going to cause brain damage. Bro. Thinking we can still train your chin is it's the stupidest shit in 2026. What are we talking about?
Dana. There's just no doubt, Daddy Dana.
Dude called Dana Daddy? What the fuck? Dude gonna be brain dead? Yeah, dude. It's not good. Rupert, I don't think you know how CTE happens, dude. I don't think you know how brain damage happens. It's not even the concussive blows that lead, I mean, they do lead to long-term damage, but the real long-term damage comes from subconcussive blows to the head. The ones that you don't think hurt, the ones that don't knock you out, that don't concuss you, the repetitive subconcussive blows are the ones that actually they add up big time. Big time. Connor's back on the drink. I saw something about that where it was like Connor was in solidarity with Brad Pitt breaking his sobriety. Connor also did. Yeah, bro, what is this? I've decided to have a few pints of the world's creamiest
Pause.
Creamiest stout. Forged stout in support of my fellow actors, crazy. Brad Pitt. Take it easy, Brad. Forged out is 4.2% alcohol. Truth social. True sociable. And friendly, delicious beverage. Yeah, dude. Connor's back on it. It's over. How about Brad Pitt back on it? He was 7 years sober. Damn, dude. Damn. I guess addicts truly never do get cured. I think you just keep it at bay forever. If you can keep it at bay forever. That's a Mick Hawk. Wild. There was also this. Dana today was talking about how the UFC's trying to do another White House-esque event.
It will never be anything like the White House ever again. I mean, that night, we already had high expectations for it, and I was blown away. It's the greatest thing that I've ever been a part of. Being there live was amazing. But now, my head of production, Craig Borsari, is so cocky after he absolutely killed that event. We are talking about something right now that he came up with. This was his idea, and I love it. I have to do some more groundwork on it, and if I end up doing this, I'll announce it here first.
We appreciate the opportunity.
hell
Thank
yeah.
you for that. So
There you go. So I don't know what they're working on, but something big apparently. Apparently something that not will rival the White House, but something massive. Some people were saying stadium show for Ilya and Patty. That'd be insane. I'm trying to think of what would be anywhere close to that. Wait, how much do you think Ian's veganism will hinder him strength-wise versus Islam in the grappling? Will he get ragdolled by a meat maxer? Pause. I think it didn't matter if Ian ate meat,
Pause.
ate, veggies, ate pescatarian, whatever, dude. At this point, the strength difference is insurmountable. Insurmountable, right? So if you're trying to out-muscle a guy with great technique and insane grappling strength, you're going to lose that. What Ian needs to do is scramble his fucking ass off. Never is crazy, but try his best to never get fully flat on his back.
Pause.
And just get himself to the cage walk, fight hands, because if he's at any point pinned down, flat on his back in the, either in the center of the cage or that kind of quarter half cage ground position that the Dagestanis like to get to, I don't know that he's getting back up. You know what I'm saying? Islam's so dominant, and he was saying somewhere, I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, talking about how submission wins are more satisfying to him. I could absolutely see him looking submission early. Wade, I appreciate you watching so long, resonating with your analytical and optimal approach to life. It feels like I learned so much seeing someone a little older who's doing so well. Hey, appreciate that. Kind of crazy you said a little older, but I'm just playing. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. I try to help out where I can. There was this as well. Islam was on Demetrius Johnson's show today. Actually, let's just do Happy Punch. Happy Punch always has the clips, dude. What's so crazy about Happy Punch is they were like, they've morphed into the place to go for like very short clips, combat sports stuff. But they were like influencer boxing for forever. Y'all might not even know that.
What else?
Islam says that the UFC gloves are trash.
What else? Fuck up. У тебя следы от перчаток, Ислам?
Damn, the gloves like black. I don't even know. Covering is coming off on his hands.
Bro, what is this? It's a lot of sweat. Oh, the gloves. The gloves, bro. Cold dinner, bro. What is this?
Bro, that's like ringworm and fucking staph waiting to happen. Again, this is part of the reason I don't do jiu-jitsu. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't mind sweating, but golly, this shit right here is disgusting. Disgusting, dude. This is why part of the reason I don't grab, part of it's because I suck at it. But the other, it's like, dude, you're rolling around in it. It's like almost a soup kitchen of like sweat. Ugh. If that's what it takes to be great at fighting, dude, I'm going to go find something else to do. These dudes are like, look when they sit down. Look when they sit down, bro. It's like water's just falling off. Ugh. Gross, bruh. Stop acting soft. No, I'm not scared of sweat, but I don't want to have, I'm okay with myself sweating. You know what I'm saying? Sweating, whatever. Imagine the smell. That's what I'm saying, dude. But when I've rolled jiu-jitsu with these big fucking dudes that just sweat profusely, that shit can get in your face. You got to close your mouth or it can, you know what I'm saying? It's disgusting, bruh. And I never even thought about it like that before I started doing it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm good. If you got to use a special type of soap to prevent you from getting staph after you do an activity? Bruv, you gotta say they're training their immune systems. I know, yeah. When the nukes get dropped, and the only things left that survive are the cockroaches and those that do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and grappling. You're sounding like Ian Garry. Hey, I'll sit in the cuck chair for this one then. Bro, is Francesca Hahn gonna lose? Oh my Lord, the DSA is gonna lose their fucking minds if she loses. I want her to win. This is the thing. I want her to win the primary so I get more of her insane, deranged takes. She's down to 4. Hey, by the way, big shout, Polymarket. That's a sponsor this week. We're not doing the sponsor today, but let's actually look on Polymarket. Polymarket is sponsoring the stream on Saturday, as well as we're going to do more streams this week, obviously, on the deal, but also a video this week. So big shouts to them. Wait, geopolitics? I don't care about geopolitics. Where's regular politics? I low-key was going to put a little action on David Crawley, too. And I didn't. I'm so mad. I'm not saying he's going to win. I don't know. You know what's crazy, though, is like the sportsification of politics. Look, here we are on Polymarket. 95% down to 18 in hours. Bro, I wanted to. The sportsification of politics is insane. Can we zoom in on this somehow? Wow. Francesca Hong was right here. Was right here as of 5 a.m. today. And really even closer, before polls closed, she was a 97% chance of winning this morning. Crazy. Sportsification, I mean, people watch politics now and watch these races to like root for candidates. I mean, listen, I'm not saying it's wrong, whatever. I don't care. I'll bet on politics. I don't give a shit. I'm just saying it's crazy to see. Because, like, we're looking at a primary race. A primary race in Wisconsin. It's not even the actual governor's race. And there's like, look at the people watching. There's like 40,000 people watching this shit. It's crazy, dude. I don't even know who David Crawley is. I don't even know who she's running against on the Republican side. That's how crazy this stuff is, man. Anyway, let's get back to fight talk. 300K votes left? Yeah, that makes sense. 300K, though, for a primary. It's crazy. The streets came out. Bro, you know what the craziest part about that race is? Apparently, David Crawley... So there was another guy that was like favored to win before Francesca Hong, before David Crawley. What was the guy's name? He was on here. Is it Mandela Barnes? I think it was Mandela Barnes was favored to win. Then something happened and he dropped out and endorsed some other lady. I think it was Sarah Rodriguez. Sarah Rodriguez then dropped out because some campaign scandal. Or no, then David Crawley dropped out. Sarah Rodriguez was the main candidate to go against Francesca Hong. Then she had Rodriguez had a campaign scandal and David Crawley jumped back into the race. It's all fucking crazy. There was a guy on the Republican side a couple of weeks or last week that won a race he dropped out of. Wild, dude. Wild. When am I fighting again? I don't know. Maybe never, mate. Maybe never again. Dog, I should have put some skin in the game on my man David Crawley. Book. All right, let's see Islam Makhachev talking to Demetrius Johnson. Kind of pocket watching him. Sorry, I got mixed up there. There we go.
Do you name the horses? Do you name any of the animals? You do. Just what's your horse's
I
name?
have 1,000 sheep. What name I can give them?
1,000
You have
sheep.
1,000 sheep?
Yeah, I have cat. His name is Tony. I have horse, like maybe 10 horse. I have all the horses' name.
Will you put him in
can
the
be
races?
racer because the racer maximum 57 kg, bro.
He told him he could be a horse racer. This man said, you could be a horse racer, dude. You could. Wild. You could be a jockey.
You can be good.
I'm retired, but I'm still strong. I'm too big. I'm too strong. I can't do that.
You can cut 57, bro.
But why would I want to cut weight?
Okay, listen. For World Cup, the money for the first place around $10 million, and the guy who is on top of the horse, he has 10%.
That's $1 million. That's more
It's
I got
not
paid
good
when I
money.
found the.
It's no way.
I mean, I didn't make that in the
You
UFC.
never make more than 1 million,
Not in the UFC. No, I didn't.
bro. I feel bad now, bro. For you.
I mean, we're laughing. It is a crazy pocket watch. We're laughing, but damn, that is rough.
Do you name the
As one of the best pound for pound fighters to ever live, he never I think he meant was he never made 1 million per for one fight. Because he had to have made an accumulative, right? Right? Like cumulatively, he had to have made $1 million. But then again, this was like the early 2010s to late 2010s. I don't know, man. And he was fighting at 25. Right? So let's say, what was he making max per fight? 250? I don't know. He had to have made more than $1 million overall. Had to have. But still, there are guys that don't draw. I mean, Mighty Mouse never drew. But there are guys in boxing that don't draw and make way more. What is this?
When you come to Dagestan, you have to come
Why is he pointing at him like
to
this?
Dagestan for 2-3 years.
Oh, he's definitely
2 to
getting
3
more
years?
altitude.
What about my children?
Bring them.
Okay. All right. Well, I gotta talk to the wife. We want to do a mighty journey out there.
Talk to wife.
Hey. This is
What's
how
happening, bro?
This
You
is
are
how
the,
my
like,
marriage works. This is how my marriage works,
Best
Islam.
fighter in the world, bro. You have to ask. You have to tell her, but not ask.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm scared. I'm scared. Are you gonna let me stay with you?
Bro, please stop. What's scared mean, bro? What's scared? What's the dangerous in Dagestan? Don't say I'm scared. This is the most safety country, bro. You are like big star. Nobody like come to you say something, bro. You're gonna be like
This is awesome.
famous guy in Dagestan.
You sure? Are you gonna back me up on that?
Of course, I'll take care of you. Don't worry, bro.
You know what the thing is too, though. Islam makes a lot of sense. Not about the wife thing. That is what teach their own. But a lot of UFC stars that go to Dagestan, they're probably treated like Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or like LeBron, because that's like a fighting country or caucus or whatever they are. Their number one sport is like MMA and Sambo and stuff. So DJ would be a superstar there, bro. He really would. He said, you don't have to ask, you don't ask wife, you tell wife. You tell. That's insane. Wait, Pat McAfee's head of production came up with an idea for another big event? Oh no, Dana White tells him that. Never mind. Sorry, we already went over that. Bro, did you see DJ going to Islam's gym? He was treated like royalty. Yeah, bro, when they did the him and Habib video and they all came up and were shaking his hand and treating him like a god. John was riding around with the king and Rolls Royces and stuff. I'm saying. That makes sense though. That's all they do. Yeah, when they go to Chechnya too, you said the king. That's crazy. Kadyrov he is a dictator, so wild, bro. Is it crazy to say Mighty Mouse is pound for pound greatest? No, it's not crazy. It's not crazy to say that. I don't believe that, but it's not crazy to say. You know what I mean? They don't like Jones, Kyan, and Chechnya. Okay. I assume you mean the... as Guru would say. Guess the MMA fighter with Michael Page. Oh, this is what you guys were talking about? KSI did a guess an MMA fighter?
I'm here with Michael Venom Page.
Bro, I just did a video on Second Channel about KSI's, like, you know, does he regret leaving the Sidemen? Because some of this content, brother, like, I'm not the biggest fan of KSI's content in general, just because I just don't watch a lot of other people's content like that. But this new content, eesh. We'll take a look at this, though, maybe on a video. I don't know. You can't tell me Islam's not funny, bro. He's hilarious. He's hilarious. Prediction for the Garry fight? I'm gonna put my video out Thursday, but I'm obviously leaning toward Islam. Makhachev, not the religion. I don't know why parents do that, bro. Name your kid like after a religion is crazy. Hi, my name is Christianity Plemons. Hello. It's aimed for kids? Yeah, I know. You ain't gonna crash out about how Islam disrespects women? Oh my lord, I would die. Did I just hear Wade is leaning toward Islam? Stop it. Buddha Plemons. I think that's only something that happens. There are people that name their kids Jesus, right? Or if you watch He Got Game, Jesus Shuttlesworth. Waleed Plemons. But there's no, like, Judaism as a name. Christian is a name. That's true. That's true. It'd be like a name saying Muslim, but Christian. Muslim Plemons is wild. Mo Plemons. There you go. Jewish Plemons. Jew Plemons. I mean, LaMelo Ball named his kid LaOne. Israel. Yeah, Israel. Yes, that's true. That's true. Israel. That's true. That's true. I just don't know why they do it. Because it's very difficult to, like, talk about people on a first name basis. Because people, if they don't know you're talking about fighting, then it gets a little wild. They're like, wait, what? What are you saying? Most Western names came from the Bible. There's a lot of people in the Bible, yes, that are, you know, Abraham descendants, namesakes, or disciples and stuff. But I'm saying, like, just the names of religions as names. Who you have at 85, Islam or Israel? Yo, that's a fucking good that's a good chat, bro. That is one of the funniest chats I've ever seen. Oh my God. Islam or Israel? Yo, that's crazy. Oh my God. I was reading that shit like an actual chat. I was like, and I thought about it. That's funny as hell. Wait, AOC split from her fiance after she froze her eggs? Oh my lord, what is happening in politics today? Obviously, Wade gonna lean toward Israel? Yeah, crazy. What is going on in politics today? Oh, you know what's happening? AOC is preparing for that presidential run, dude. For sure. Breaking up with the hubby? For sure, bro. That girl is trying to be boss girl. She's going to appeal to the single mothers or single wannabe mothers. Freezing her eggs is crazy, by the way. For a lady that said the world was going to end in 12 years, like 6 years ago, and telling people not to have kids, freezing your eggs is crazy. Magomed is the Dagestan equivalent of Muhammad. Didn't know that. Didn't know that. I'll keep saying stuff about Israel. I'm dead. Remember when people thought Joe Piper was talking about the country and not Israel? Yo, Wade watched the Crowder video today. I didn't catch him out today. No, I didn't see Steven Crowder today. Be honest, do you think politics is gay? I think politics is funny. I mean, it's insane. It's insane to like think of how it works today. It used to be this boring kind of like thing you had to deal with, you know? Like talking to my parents, it was like politics was just something you like you heard on the news and you kind of had to deal with, and you were like, all right, let me like around election time you would try to figure out like what people were about, and then that was kind of it. But you can't get away from it now, dude. It's everywhere. Someone said Israel by Stop. Come on, dude. Hey, Juan, appreciate that. Can we get a free Palestine? Here's the thing. I'm not just going to say things because you guys want me to say them. Wade watching Crowder right now. No. Let's say, yes, I hope the war over there ends because it feels very nonsensical to keep going at this point. I haven't seen or heard from Crowder in years. Dude, you know what Crowder did? To be fair to him, this is a smart content play. He got completely off YouTube, apparently. Well, I guess he does YouTube videos, but he only does Rumble like premium. So you got to pay to even see his content. And bro, you look at some of the shit. Well, I don't know if you have to pay to see all of his content, but you pay for the membership or whatever. But you see how many people are watching him on Rumble. I'm like, what the fuck? So why can't you say Free Palestine? Because the people that want you to say Free Palestine, they want you to, like, it's not just it's a tagline for, Wade, say you hate Jews, or Wade, say you're on one side or the other. Wade, say it's this or that. And I think nuanced conversations are better than just like tag slogan lines where you're just trying to be on a team. And it's like, I don't want to do that. And I also don't like having my speech told to me. Like, don't tell me what to say. You know what I mean? That's one of the things that's so great, I think, about Americans, is that immediately we get offended if we're told how to speak. Immediately, if they're like, yo, can I get a this? And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's like immediately you push back. I just don't like my words being, I want my words to be mine. Sir Serkayev, I like him. I feel like I need to see more out of him though. You know, I feel like every fight with him, it feels like he's like almost going half speed, super nonchalant, and then out of nowhere, big KO. You know, and it's like, all right, cool. You could have done that in the first or second round. You know, he's like playing with his food a little bit, but I like it. You know, he trains with Hamzat and seems like a really good fighter. Am I a bigot? I don't think so. I don't know. Viewer call-ins, streaming from watching a streamer do them, they don't necessarily need to be through Discord. What do they got to be through? Free Harambe. That's crazy. Free all civilians, free Palestine, end all wars, fuck Trump. Here's the thing. I'm not in favor of any war for like that, especially for America, that's needless. You know what I'm saying? There are some wars that I think needed to happen, and therefore it's like, all right, we got to do what we got to do. But there's a bunch of needless wars we've been in, dude. What is this? Breaks up with long-term fiance, immediately starts posting communist calcium cannons on Instagram. This is why I love Twitter, dude. This is why I love Twitter. She breaks up with her fiance and people are thirst trapping AOC. Yee. You need to do some research. Okay, thank you. Thank you. The experts in chat are going to tell me. The experts in chat are going to school me on politics. Thanks, guys. The under 21-year-olds that have watched Twitch streamers tell them about politics are going to school me on politics. Thanks. You never see people with weapons dead on the floor. You see little kids. I don't. Me personally, I don't view anything that shows me that dead little kids on the floor. So I try to keep myself away from that. But if that's what you're watching, to each their own. The best thing to come from communism? True. True. Favorite 90s Nickelodeon shows? 90s? I mean, I don't even know. To be fair, I don't even know many Nickelodeon-specific shows like that, dude. I was kind of one of those kids that bounced around. And plus, I really didn't even watch cartoons like that. It happens in every war, yeah. And I'm not like... The comment made no sense. Tons of people die in war. Yes, that's what happens in war. That's So Raven? Yeah, but I didn't watch That's So Raven. I watched like... Yeah, dude, again, I wasn't a big cartoon guy. I'm trying to think of cartoons I actually liked. I watched a lot of like the Avengers and X-Men cartoons and stuff. But I watched more like Friday night, what was it, TNT, Dinner and a Movie? I watched, that's random. I watched Fresh Prince. I watched Full House a little bit. I watched Friends was like a forbidden show. Friends was a forbidden show. You weren't supposed to watch. That was the adult show. My mom and dad wouldn't let me watch that one. I watched the Rocky movies. I watched football all the time. I watched SportsCenter every night. Dude, you couldn't pull me away from the TV when SportsCenter was on. Watch SpongeBob. I was a little too old for SpongeBob. SpongeBob was my little brother. Like, by the time I don't know when SpongeBob started. Let's see. SpongeBob first episode. Oh, 1999? What? Damn. I feel like I was way older than that. I was only 7, but I feel like I was way older than that. Oh, you know why? I didn't have cable until I was like 13 or 14 years old. That's why. Yeah, and that's why I was so into SportsCenter, because I never had it as a kid. That's why I never really watched a lot of fucking cartoons, bruv. Yeah, I got cable TV for my birthday one year. I got cable TV for my birthday. All right, dude, Hussein, relax with the spam, dog. God forbid we talk about anything other than this. Every country in war has committed war crimes. Always. But good God, the spam. Don't make me time you. I don't want to be that guy. Beavis and Butthead? No. Beavis and Butthead was a little bit too risque for me. Thoughts on Islam as the religion? Thoughts on Islam as the religion for... Why'd you say it twice? You could have just said Free Palestine. This is what I'm saying. I will not be compelled to say what you want me to say ever. You will never force my words. And the more you guys say it, the more I won't. The more people won't. Because then it becomes like authoritarian. Like, no, bro, I'm not saying what you want me to say. I'll say what I want to say. Or nothing at all. Was it my dream to play in the NFL? Yeah, it was. What was I going to say? Oh, my thoughts on Islam as the religion. It's just funny the way the guy asked it. I mean, dude, I don't know. It's another religion. I don't believe I don't believe in that religion. It's not the religion I grew up with. It's not. I don't really know the teachings of it. I don't really care to know the teachings of it. But I have no problem with people that practice it. It's just like practicing, Christianity or whatever else. It's a belief system. It's a way of life. It's something to put, hope into. It's something to lead your decision making. It's whatever. So it doesn't really matter to me. Dude, I gotta time you. You can't just spam in the chat. I gotta time you. Remember JBL had an ice gimmick? Yes, dude. It wasn't an ice gimmick necessarily, but it was, I guess it technically was. It was Border Patrol. Wade, why weren't you good enough to be in the NFL? I just wasn't, man. I just wasn't. I don't know if it was resources or, access or whatever. I know, Vanto, that's what happens. People can't let others, make a nuanced decision on it or talk about it. So they just spam Free Palestine, and it annoys people to the point where they don't want to support any of it. And they'd rather just not be involved. You stopped supporting Israel, that's why. Did I watch Hard Knocks? Hard Knocks was on HBO, and if you didn't pay for it, you weren't able to see it, but I saw clips of it and stuff when YouTube started getting bigger. Maybe it's for the better. I know, dude. I kind of am blessed that I got out when I did. Aaron Pico's fighting Yusuf Zalal? Wait, when did that happen? King of the Hill or Simpsons? I watched King of the Hill a little bit, so I'd pick King of the Hill, even though Simpsons is historically a better show, apparently. Did you see the U.S. government post the Insta? Yeah, I saw that. The Spider-Man Insta was like ice. Crazy. Any update on Tate? I don't think so. Oh my God. Oh no, I told you guys. I told you guys about the freaking thing I saw on Twitter yesterday. That was insanity. I was called a white nationalist for saying I was proud to be an American. Woke 2.0 is definitely crazier. Bro, were we not on screen? Were we not live the other day when I started laughing about Wade Woke 1.0 stuff? How I was like seeing all the black box stuff on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, bro, that's not me. I'm not doing that. And then AOC comes out and was like, yeah, Woke 1 is crazy. Dude, Woke 2.0 is crazy. But the fact that they're even saying it, they're coming out and being like, aha, it was just all craziness back then. Huh? It's hilarious, dude. This is why politics is the best. It's just chaos. What even is Woke 1.0? I think it was like the BLM stuff. It was like the, performative everything. Like the pussy hats. Like, just the insanity. The insanity around Trump getting elected the first time around. The like white people going to like a specific place and putting like shackles and chains on their wrists, or like people kneeling in the streets and shit. Like, it was insane. Have I ever wore a MAGA hat? No. That's just as cringe as like the black box on Instagram to me. What's your favorite movie you saw this year? Probably Spider-Man. I got to be honest. I haven't seen a ton of movies this year. I was talking to somebody today where I was like, yo, he was like, bro, you got to see Odyssey. You got to see the Odyssey. And I'm like, bro, I haven't seen anything. I haven't watched anything. I've been watching a bunch of different shows, but I haven't seen anything. First album I bought, like me personally, I don't even remember buying a CD, dude. I remember a bunch of CDs like, nuts, got them. I remember like, I was having a lot, but I don't remember like me specifically buying one. I bought a Mac Miller CD, Blue Slide Park. I remember I bought that. I bought a J. Cole album so I could listen to it. UFC 332 Salt Lake City. Okay. But I don't remember buying an album. I remember my mom would buy a ton. She had a ton. We had NSYNC, we had Backstreet Boys, we had Tim McGraw CDs, we had like church music CDs, we had my mom loved Shania Twain stuff. Yeah. We got seasoned Plemons. Bro, I know more. I feel like I know some more about hip-hop than most people that are like hip-hop heads in this day and age. Not like back when I was, like, the people that are my age know more hip-hop than me, obviously, that are in the game. But, like, from when I was a kid to, like, 25, I'd say my hip-hop knowledge is pretty good. Collect vinyls. My brother kind of does that. Not really, but he kind of does that. I didn't have any New Kids on the Block. Crisscross, I didn't have any albums of. I had a couple songs, though. Wade, you get so much unnecessary hate. You've always been a real one. Dude, it's when you're opinionated like I am, you're going to get... It's part of the game. People are going to hate, but it is what it is. Did I own a copy of Thriller? No, but I think my dad might have. Or not, maybe not my dad, but someone in my family. You know what my dad's like favorite hip-hop song is? Push It by Salt and Pepper. I swear it is. Was I rich? No, I wasn't rich, dude. I make more money now than both of my parents combined at their peak for like... I make more money now in a year than my parents both combined for like 5 or 6 years growing up. Now, granted, inflation and all that, but, you know, I do well. I love your sad shoulders and your receding hairline. My hairline is fine, dude. My shoulders are pretty sad, though. Unc flexing on his parents? No, I'm just giving an example of, like, how things have changed for me. How much have I made? I showed you guys my YouTube earnings. It's not super impressive. I mean, it is, but it isn't. Yeah, I know. The opinionated stuff does cause a lot of rifts with business, for sure. But it is what it is. Wait, 95% of the vote is in? Oh, no. Okay. I leaked it before. Yeah, I have leaked it before on my channel. And I mean, it was on accident. I didn't care to show you guys, but... show us again? Why, dude? I don't want to show it again. I'm not a millionaire. I don't even think I'm a millionaire in terms of all the assets I have. I think with all the assets I have, your leaked earnings? No, I didn't leak full earnings. I showed you guys my monthly potential earnings. On your answer on Islam, you don't really know or don't care. So what is your worldview on the basis you gauge your morals? Christianity? I guess Christianity. I would say more so just what my mom and dad taught me, you know? Like, I know, you know, the line of, like, you can't be a good person and get to heaven. That's not, you can't just be a good person and get to heaven. I know that, right? I know that, at least according to the religious teachings that I grew up with. But part of being a good Christian, being a good whatever, is also being a good person, right? But as far as like my morality, it's gauged off of my upbringing for sure. So I guess Christian values for sure, but the thing, and I've always said this, I don't walk in the religion the way I should, right? Like I don't go to church. I don't, you know, pray as much as I should. I curse, I sin, I gamble, I do all the things that I probably shouldn't if I'm going to be a Christian. So I don't like to claim the religion if I'm not going to live by it. Right? I don't like when people do that. I don't like when people say, "Oh, I'm a this, I'm a that," and then they're living life like not those things. Is cursing a sin? Yeah, it is. But yeah. Everyone sins, I know, but I don't repent. And I should. Unless, you know. And I don't try to correct myself. Then you'd say you're an atheist? No, I believe in God. I believe that there is an afterlife. I believe that I'm going to go to one or the other places. I just need to be better about actually living by the works. Do you believe in evil eye? I don't know what that means. Did you start the channel because you saw an opening in the space or because you were a big fight fan first? I was a fight fan first. For sure. But I did see an opening in the space. I'd be lying if I didn't say I did. But Christians say they're saved and law isn't upon them, so it basically don't really matter. I mean, being saved is essentially a rekindling and a reestablishment of faith, but it doesn't mean you're absconded from, like, you can't go and get saved or go and get baptized and then just live like hell and say, look, I'm the best, I'm a Christian, you know. I am baptized, yeah. Used to sanction the marriage of hundreds of thousands of children annually, countries with 90% literacy rates competitive with sub-Saharan Africa. I don't know what that means. You can say, I don't drink, I'm Muslim, but still gamble and ignore the other rules. It's fire. Yeah, I don't want to do that, though. I don't want to be a Muslim. I don't want to practice Islam. Yo, Clip, appreciate you, dude. What denomination of Christianity? Baptist. But to be fair, you know, we went to a lot of different churches. We went to non-denomination churches. Some of them were crazy. You know, we've been Bible Belt Baptist as well. I never like went to a Lutheran church. I've never been to like a Mormon church or anything like that. But pretty much Baptist. Pound it.
Hey, pound it.
I remember your first live stream with like 5 viewers. Yeah, Shogun's the man, dude. Wherever he's at, OG, bro. Damn, man, hit the Old and New Testament, even audio readings. I know, I need to. I have my little 5-minute Bible study, but dude, there's a church close to me, and it's a pretty big church in Orange County. And are you an Old or New Testament guy? Donald Trump reference. I mean, I would say most Christians, they don't just abide by the New Testament. There's obviously a lot in the Old Testament that you know applies to the religion, but I would say, you know, a lot of teachings in the New Testament are kind of what leads modern Christianity. Just be a good person, God will find a way for it. Now, you know, again, I know being a good person is a goal of mine, but I know I need to get back in the good book and really live the life, you know. Favorite WWE wrestler theme song? Big Show's theme is iconic. Obviously Stone Cold, the glass shattering, iconic. The Rock, iconic. John Cena's. I had John Cena's theme on my iPod. I think I can kind of, I almost know I think I used to know the words like word for word. But I had that on my iPod, dude. I never liked Shawn Michaels' theme. Hated Shawn Michaels' theme. What's stopping me from getting back into religion? Myself. It's just me. It's me. That's really it. There's no, you know, external force stopping me. It's just me against me. Me wanting to live the way I want to live, to be selfish, really. That's what it is I want to be selfish. I want to say and do and live the way I want to live, and that's a very selfish thing to say, and it's a very, you know, sinful way to live, but that's the truth. You know? It's not good, though. But, yeah, dude, I used to have John Cena's song on my iPod. If you're self-aware, then why not change it? I don't know. Like I said, because I want to live the way I want to live. I want to make the decisions I want to make. You know what I mean? It's not great to say, but it's the thing that most people won't say is that the reason they don't, you know, follow religion as much is because you want to live and do and say and partake in the things you want to partake in. Am I happy living like this? I think so. I think I'm pretty happy, I would say. You know, I have people around me I love. I have things that I you know, am working toward. I have goals. Or Are there things that I can do better? Could I be happier? Is it even the point of life to just be happy? Right? Most religion teaches you that life is about suffering. Life is about sacrifice. Life is about, living and serving to get to the greater good, to get to the place of heaven. So I don't know if it's all about just being happy, but yeah. He will open a mega church soon and start with the W.A.D.E Religion Center. A long neck religion center. Do you have any moral qualms with your religion? I mean, I'm sure if I dug into if I literal interpretations of Christianity or any religion, I'd have some moral qualms with it. Talk more fight stuff. Well, I mean, we kind of covered all the fight stuff today. But, like I said, on a general basis, I think that it's a lot of the morality in the Bible is pretty solid. The Plymouth Church? No, dude, we're not gonna be doing that. Oh, Shakur tagged me today in this video that I've already put out, but you guys have seen it now. But Shakur tagged me in this. I'm surprised Shakur hasn't blocked me, by the way. Shakur blocked Showbiz for what I still don't know the reason. But Shakur always tags me with because you know what I respect about Shakur is he always wants to talk boxing. I respect the hell out of this because I love boxing talk. Just game talk, not well, so-and-so's, record was this and that. I'm talking game talk, X's and O's, Jimmy's and Joe's talk. And Shakur loves that. So I respect the hell out of that. But he had said that when I said Bobby Green beat up Bang Williams, he said, oh, Bang was smaller, da-da-da. And I brought up, okay, well, yeah, he's smaller, but Bang is, 1, not 135 pounds right now. 2, he's 19-1. 3, he's former high-level amateur, beat Tio in the amateurs. He's not the greatest, obviously, and he's not a world-level fighter, but he's a good fighter, and Bobby Green's never boxed. And Shakur's big thing, well, he was a smaller guy, but bigger guy would be different. And so he said, bigger guy in there, Wade. And I said, yes, you're correct. In shape, bigger guy as well, meaning I was giving him credit. Barboza's actually in shape and bigger naturally. But Barboza's also world level or right under it. And this is what should happen when a high-level boxer spars an MMA guy in boxing. Barboza schooled him. He did. But then, bro, people were calling Barboza... Twitterson, people are calling Barboza a C- level fighter. This is the cope of boxing. Do an interview with him? I actually would. I would love to. But I want to do a sit-down in-person interview with these guys. He's in Japan right now, I think, Shakur is. But I love the sit-down in-person interviews because you get to talk game and I don't know, they're better. They're always better. I thought Bang Williams was a lesbian, okay? Definitely got the wrong search for you. But no, dude, calling Arnold Barboza Jr. a C- level boxer, you're saying he's below average. In a sport that has 4,000 professionals in it, he's at least top 1 or 2% in the sport. To call him a C- fighter because he lost to Teofimo Lopez is crazy. It's crazy. Oh my Lord, we might have a subject for a video tomorrow. I don't know if this is full video worthy, but Dana White has just said that Max Crosby would be a UFC champion if he trained since he was a kid.
Well, there's been a lot. I mean, we have had a lot of football players, whether it be college or guys who played some pro. When you look at a lot of these guys that play in the NFL, Max Crosby, imagine if Max Crosby trained in MMA since he was a kid. He would be a fucking world champion right now. I believe that to my core. And I know a lot of shit about Max Crosby that you guys don't know. I believe he would be a world champion right now. Well, there's been a lot.
So, imagine Aaron Donald. What people get wrong, and I know this is going to spark a little bit of a debate on Twitter, and it probably already is. What people get wrong about what Dana just said is they think Max Crosby right now could be a world champion. That's what they get wrong. And I said this I've said this so many times about the debate between American football or American athletes playing soccer. I've postulated this idea that if the best athletes in America played soccer from a young age with, obviously there's a lot of factors around this, meaning they needed the highest level training that you get in other countries, whatever, Premier League level training, that America would be the best soccer country in the world. They dominate the sport, right? By and large. Does that mean they win every tournament? Probably not. But by and large, right? Dana is saying someone with the size, natural athleticism, strength, explosivity of Max Crosby training this sport from when he was a child to now would be UFC heavyweight champion. And he's probably right. What people take that he said was right now. And then, of course, we talking about this guy? Like, Max Crosby's not trained to fight. And even still, you could see the elements that would be there for a good fighter. You can see him bouncy on the feet. You can see him using a jab. Explosive. It's already there. He would not even beat Pereira. See, this is what I'm saying. This guy wouldn't beat Pereira, no. But this guy with his athletic ability in 27 years, or whatever it is, 20 years of training, yeah, he could. By the way, y'all are saying he wouldn't beat Pereira. Cyril Gane just beat the brakes off Alex Pereira, and he's been one of the guys that is the perfect example of a high-level athlete jumping into MMA late. So that makes the argument for us, for the people that believe that, for me, for Dana. That makes the argument even more clear. So it's like, you can't bring Pereira up because we just watched a guy that's a superior athlete put the freaking beats on him. Gideon just dropped his response. His response to what? Oh, to EDP? Alex jumped into MMA late as well. True, but he also was in kickboxing. Well, he jumped into kickboxing a little late as well. Do you think he could beat Derek Lewis right now? What? They made Skeet and Gideon look bad? I mean, I think everybody that's doing those pred catcher things makes themselves look bad, bro. Because you're only doing it for content. I know some of the guys do get arrested and stuff, but it looks bad. I really wish we'd stop trying to do content around it. Really, really wish that we wouldn't do that. Alex Rosen seems like a psychopath as well, dude. That's the guy that's trying to bail out Chud the Builder. Talking about, oh, it's just free speech. That seems like a psycho, too. Vitaly stopped. Good for Vitaly. He was one of the worst offenders of it. He probably stopped because he was about to get sued. Americans think explosive athletes enough for alone to do good in football, but they ain't right. That's not what I said. Again, you don't listen to the conversation. Our athletes are not just explosive. We're talking about training in the sport for a long period of time. We're talking about different size athletes. We're talking about the ability to be molded. Athletes can be molded. I think Cristiano Ronaldo could play another sport professionally. I don't know what that sport would be, had he done it for the same amount of time. Right? I think Tyreek Hill. I think some of these DBs in the NFL. I think some of these players, serial gain. I think they can be molded into different sports. Right? Michael Jordan did not try baseball and was horrible. What you need to understand, Rupert, is that hitting a baseball is definitionally, factually, the hardest thing to do in sports. Measured. And Michael Jordan, after not playing baseball since he was a freshman in high school, went to play professional baseball, even at the AA level, and batted 200 plus. Meaning, For every 10 at-bats, he got on base twice. There are guys that have played baseball all of their lives and don't average 200 at the pro level. He didn't play baseball from the time he was 13 or something to like 33. 20 years he took off. Didn't ever play at a high level and then just decided to jump into the pros and play. As a grown man after dominating basketball. Crazy. And if we're talking about athletes that did multiple sports at a professional level, look at Deion Sanders. Look at Bo Jackson. Kyler Murray would have been a great MLB player. Yes, football is about skill, but again, skill is taught. Stamina, everybody has the ability to improve their cardiovascular system. Everybody does. You think American athletes are pure roid monster explosion factories, like where our bodies are somehow different and can't adapt to the sport we play. You know what I mean? Like people look at Americans and think, well, this guy can't be stamina, he can't do this. But we're not even talking about the conversation that we were having, which is, had it been trained, and again, it's a hypothetical, so we'll never know the answer, but had it been trained from a small age, these things are malleable. You know what I'm saying? And we just have more of them. And that's really where America shines, is we just have more of the athletes that do American sports and more people in the country. You can say that for other sports and countries, but no other country has the amount of people that we have, the amount of variety of people we have, the infrastructure we have, the money we have. It just they don't. This is why Americans place very highly in the Olympics as well. This is why. Russia does not. Russia has a lot of people, but they do not have the infrastructure or diversity that America has. Not even close. No other country has that kind of diversity. Again, humble. You're not even listening to the conversation. Why can no one understand? Use your brains. I'm not saying you pull the Americans out of football right now and go have them play soccer. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying from a young age, you train, you play, you learn the skills the same way. You have to listen, though. You have to listen. You can't just say, well, football, you guys don't run as much. Okay. If I pulled a professional soccer player out of the fucking Premier League and stuck him in football, he'd have some fucking issues, dude. Of course. But we're not talking about that. There are guys that play fucking rugby in wherever, New Zealand, Australia, that if they had done American football and not rugby, they would be NFL caliber athletes. For sure. You know? No, all Americans don't play soccer since young. They play it as a fucking Sunday, get your kids out of the house, AYSO sport. This country does not predominantly play soccer competitively. It doesn't. It's like the fifth sport in the country. That's why you didn't hear a peep about it when the U.S. got bounced from the World Cup or anything else when it comes to high-level soccer. We just don't care. But there's nobody that can compete with the amount of money, diversity, and population size. And that, by proxy, I think, would make America a very, very high level, if not the dominant soccer country, if the sport was the number one sport here, which it's not, so whatever. And steroids, yeah. Fifth isn't bad. Well, it is when you consider how many people play the other four. What if Russia was more invested in sports? I mean, they are. Well, they were before they got kicked out of the Olympics. They're just invested in different sports. The sports that Russia used to invest in and kind of really still do, hockey, the Olympics, wrestling, those are their kind of big deals, right? Gymnastics, hockey, wrestling. I don't know what their soccer looks like. judo. Like, yeah, these are the kind of their sports. Yeah, Russia has long since been a doping issue country. Wait, Francesca Hong is swinging back the other way? Francesca Hong on the comeback? Damn. I should have put money on Hong when she was at 18%. It's a dead tie right now. Oh, my Lord. Everybody in the chat is saying congrats, Republicans. Let's hear a little bit.
She's doing very, very well there. And again, that last update out of Eau Claire, you know, I wonder if that's, you know, that reminds me of what I think what is possible in
copyright.
Dane,
I don't
what
think
I guess
so.
I'm trying to say that was
maybe I don't know.
I assume we're getting super young. Are we getting like? Are we in Eau Claire? Are we in young areas? And
100% everybody voting DSA candidates are young college attendees or graduates. That is white, rich, young, college. Those are like the big four that you get for the DSA. Working class? No. Nah. Miss Hung. Okay, her name is not Hung, dude. Morocco up and coming in football as well. Yeah, Japan looked good. This wouldn't run in the South. Dude, it's not, I mean, they're going to get, I think she's going to get stomped in the actual governor election. I think she's going to get stomped out. But, I mean, yeah, this stuff is allowed to fester in very liberal-leaning areas for sure. Do you think if Brock Lesnar never went to the WWE after college, trained MMA, seriously, he could have been a GOAT at heavyweight? No. Brock Lesnar, I know, I saw Joker, sorry. Brock Lesnar had a tough time with getting hit, right? No one likes to get hit, but Brock Lesnar really didn't like getting hit. And it was never going to work out for him in a striking sport because it was ever so evolving. So his wrestling saved him very early on in his career, but at some point he was going to meet an Alistair Overeem or a Cain Velasquez or somebody that could get to him. So it was never going to be. You don't know politics, Randy Orton, stop. Listen, you guys think you know politics. You guys don't even know how terrible socialism is and tell me that I don't know politics. But, yeah, Brock's wrestling was good. Brock's wrestling was good. For MMA, he was just an insane monster. Crazy take? I don't think it's a crazy take. Watch Brock get hit and watch him turn away and have no defense for it. He was a freak, trust. But there was always going to be, if he wasn't able to just dominate you with his wrestling early on, there was always going to be a guy that was going to punch him or kick him. Someone just delivered something. Quiet. You're fine. That's a good boy. You're fine. Rachel, hush. Hey. Hush. It's all good. Call Sneeko and dispute his socialism push. He's clueless as well. Wait, Sneeko, I mean, I said this, that Sneeko was going full socialism. But, hey. I said that Sneeko was going full socialism, but he didn't know it. If he's knowingly going full socialism, that's even crazier. That's even crazier. Because it's one thing to get duped by him. Exactly. He's only doing it because the candidates are anti-Israel. Rocky, hush. But, is that a dog? Yeah, it's my dog, Rocky. He heard socialism, started getting angry. That's right. That's how I teach him up. It's one thing to do it and do it because they're, anti-Israel, whatever. But it's another thing to do it and actually support them going into an election because you just hate Israel. That's really stupid. It's really, really stupid. He feels accepted by that community. Yeah, because all you got to do is yell Free Palestine and nothing else matters. All you got to do is yell those things and nothing else matters. Hush. It's okay. We're fine. You got woken up by it. That's why you're upset, isn't it? You got a little scared because you got woken up. Okay. Outside. Go. He knew he had to go outside. He was like, ugh. Why do people call it socialism and not communism anymore? Because they're not in control yet. Once control happens, then communism takes over. But yeah. Top WWE star is Prime Rock. Nah, bro. Prime Steve Austin was the biggest star in the history of the company for the time he was on top. Hulk Hogan's the biggest star in the history of the company. But for the time that Stone Cold was on top of the WWE, he was the biggest draw in the history of that business. Wade, your Brock take is just wrong. I disagree. Just because I saw you said the Shane Carwin thing, but the Shane Carwin, to be fair to Brock, Shane Carwin was a massive puncher, but not the most skilled striker. He was a hard hitter, good grappling as well, but you saw what happened when Brock got to elite level. Maybe if the argument is, could Brock have taken advantage of the time period that he could have been champion? Sure. But if the take is Brock stays around in MMA for, the next couple after what it was happening to him when guys were punching him and kicking him and he had no part of wanting to be hit, it was going to get worse. Diverticulitis is definitely a part of that, but it was going to get worse. Mark Henry had the best entrance. Like I said, I hated Shawn Michaels' entrance. Hated it, dude. I'm trying to think of other entrances. Oh, I hate the Miz's entrance theme. I'm not a big fan of Cody Rhodes' entrance theme. Maybe it's because it's just overplayed or something. I don't know. If Brock trained way longer, he would have gotten more used to being hit. Probably. Where would Brock be in today's UFC? Oh, fucking hell. It's not like the heavyweight division's insanely better, but he would not be... I don't think he'd be a top 10 heavyweight. He could be a top 10 heavyweight. He'd be right under, like, Curtis Blades level, maybe. Like top... He'd be like number 8 or 9 heavyweight. Brock slimes out Hokit? Yeah, right. Hokit would take Brock Lesnar to the fucking woodshed. Even as a smaller heavyweight, he'd take him to the woodshed. Gable versus Brock fantasy matchup prediction. I think Gable would probably take Brock to the woodshed as well. If I was there, I would be champ. All right, now we're just delusional. Do you think it's out of reach that Brock could just go across and take Gon down immediately and ragdoll him? Yeah, I think it's out of reach. Brock was, I think, way too reckless. Gon too shifty on his feet. Hoka couldn't even do an armbar on Wash Derek Lewis. I don't think he was trying to end that fight with his armbar there. I don't think he was trying to. Wade Loki Amager. Just wait until I get my shit figured out. Oh, I banned that dude clip. Just wait till I get my shit figured out and truly go and truly ascend. Is that what he calls it? Ascending? And truly ascend on y'all. You're going to be like, holy cow. Okay, we get why Wade was a model. Hokit only looks good because the heavyweight division in the Great Depression. The heavyweight division's never been solid. The most solid the heavyweight division was 2013, 2016 era. Like prime, not prime, but like somewhat prime. Mark Hunt, prime. Cain Velasquez, prime JDS. Alistair Overeem, Fabricio Verdum. Stipe Miocic making his run at that point. You know? Am I ever going to box again? Probably not, guys. I'll be honest with you. Probably not. Oh, my Lord. Crawley is crawling back. Dude, this is a crazy race. This is what I'm saying. This is the sportsification of politics. I love it. Overeem was nasty. He was also juiced. I didn't say what you think I said. Don't retire Wade. Take KSI or Logan down first. They would never agree to avoid me. Is Crawley crawling back into this? What if they go over 200K for you to fight again? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys something that I have not told anyone. Because why? But now that I'm probably never going to box again, my next fight was guaranteed to be $250,000, and I just never did it because I don't want to get punched anymore. Guaranteed. Yeah. I've never mentioned that, but yeah. Technically, I had one more fight with Misfits. $250,000 a house. I know, but I've already had concerns about my brain and things like that. Do I want to throw? And again, unless it was like a guaranteed W, and I knew I wasn't going to get hit, then sure. But the people that I was potentially going to fight, that was not going to be good. Now I see why you never told anyone. People would be pissed. I know, $250,000's a $250,000. I mean, it was like, well, obviously the first fight was HS, and we never could do that. Then the Tarzan guy, the dude that I don't know. He's on Instagram. He's like a animal. He does stuff with animals. I don't know. Who else did they mention for me? Temper was mentioned at one point. And I was like, Tommy's kind of the homie. I don't really know. Like, would I really be super pumped for that? I mean, I'd do it, but... And then it never kind of went from there. Who else? I told Sensei, too, when they said something about Temper. He was like, bro. He's like, I'm going to both camps. Who else did they mention? I'm sure there were other people. I just don't remember. Oh, Aaron the Plumber. Yeah, I was actually going to do it. For Aaron the Plumber, we were like really going to do it. But he got his shit. He couldn't get his shit together either. What happened to that guy, by the way? What happened? Like I was locked in. When they said him, I was like, I watched him punch. I was like, yup. Massive size difference. Massive reach advantage to me. And the guy doesn't know how to fight. So let's do it, right? But then he I don't know, he kind of went crazy. He was like talking about the FBI and how he was going to report Mams to the FBI or some shit. Said someone was going to sacrifice him. Oh, yeah, he was the perfect fight for me. I was like, yep, we'll do that. Because he would have sold the fight too. Easy bag for him to sell the fight, you know? But, it is what it is. He's in jail? No, he's not. Is he really? HS would have slimed. I was down for it, man. I think that the strategy for HS was we knew he was going to gas pretty quickly. We knew he was talented. You know, granted, he's a good athlete. No doubt about it. But we knew... Exactly. The quarter would have turned into half. Exactly. We knew that he was going to be fast and that he hit hard, but we also knew he hadn't been like he hadn't been tested, or his chin hadn't been tested. So the goal was for us to just not get hit with his left hand. I remember that was a big deal. Don't get hit with his left hook. And try to get past get out of the first round. Get out of the first round, use our jab, circle, don't throw a lot of punches. And once we get into the second, third, and it would have been, I think for HS, it was supposed to be 5. Second, third, and beyond, he would gas. Now, granted, I gassed, but because that was more because the game plan, I mean, granted, it was because I only had like 30 days to train. But the game plan kind of changed for Mosiah because we wanted to step on his toes quickly in that fight. Mosiah, we knew, would be green. That would be wild, way more wild than HS. And that if we could step on his toes and get him a little bit like reclusive, things would be a bit easier for me. And that's kind of exactly what happened. He got hit early and kind of stopped punching, right? He didn't really want to engage. He even told me, like, if you guys watch that video me and Mosiah did together, he was like, I didn't expect you to go out so quickly, which was kind of the whole game plan. He thought we were going to kind of like feel our way into the fight. It's 4 rounds. I really, really thought I was going to knock him out. I really, really thought I was. He took punches very well, and I threw way too many. I threw like 50-something punches in the first round or something. Me versus Tate. BJ brought it up to me after the fight with Chase. He was like, would you do it? And I was like, not for the number that I'm already guaranteed, but I would if you made the number way, way higher. But then it never went anywhere after that. No, it would have been more than $500,000. I would have wanted like $1 million or $750,000. But then again, for $500,000, and then you could do sponsor stuff, I could probably do it for that. If you're Mosiah's second fight, would you? I was Mosiah's second fight. That's what people don't realize. Mosiah already had a fight. Mosiah took a fight like 20 days before that and smoked the guy. Granted, it was some bum, but still, he had already taken a fight. It was just off camera. You know? On the Floyd Manny fight, Sphere website shows Zuffa Boxing on the seating. I wonder if they were involved in promoting it. If they are, I fucking told you so. If they are, Andre, I told you so. I'm actually low-key going to do a video on that because that would be some breaking news shit. For the Floyd Manny fight on the Sphere website, it shows Zuffa Boxing on the seating. That would mean that when Dana was like coy about answering the question, that they're 100% going to do it. Do you know how much Chase did it for? I think he said it was 6 figures, but I think it was low 6. I don't want to pocket watch him, but I want to say it was like 300, maybe more. But he had sponsors. I don't know. I don't know if I could have walked away from that much or respect you valuing your health. Yeah, man, I don't know. I can make that number on YouTube, I think. I actually don't know where I'm at since I left the ring. I'm not going to let you guys see it, but I want to see it because my monetization was effectively turned off when I was with the ring. And this is 3 months later. Let's see what we're on track for. They should have padded Tate a bit. Yeah, I agree. I think they thought Chase was going to be like an easy fight for him, They thought Chase was going to be this like, money isn't everything. You got 2 channels doing well. Exactly. I really want to, don't leak this time. I really want to build that second channel. And it's building. We just got to be consistent. Got to be consistent on the second channel. We're doing a KSI video today. KSI. We're probably going to do another Andrew Tate video as well tonight after I get off stream, which I probably should get off stream soon. Q&A video. Wade should fight Vitaly. Vitaly's fighting soon. You guys don't know this? Vitaly is fighting soon. He's fighting Larry Wheels. Larry Wheels. All right, let's see. From the last 90 days, let's see where we're at. That's May 13th to August 10th. So 90 days, that's 3 months. Yeah. I'm on pace for, let's see. If we're strictly pocket watching, I'm on pace for around what I would have made to fight for this year. Right now. Isn't Larry doing a wrestling match with Tarzan? I didn't know that. Congrats. Appreciate it, man. That's on the Wade Concept channel. I would love for Wade's World to get as big or as consistent as the Wade Concept. Right now, Wade's World channel it's consistent, but we are, we're hitting a threshold. I think part of me thinks I need to do thumbnails without my face in them to go like mega viral on that channel, because I do good videos on that channel, but my face is in them, so I just don't know if they really get the push they deserve on Wade's World. Post football videos when the season starts? I wish, man. I wish I could commit. My editor wants me to as well. Shout out Josh. He's like, bro, we should do football. We should do football. And I would love it, but I just couldn't commit to doing it, bro. I really couldn't. I can't commit to it. It drains me, dude. Try to experiment. We used to. If you guys, when we were consistent on Wade's World for a while there, and we were doing well. We were pulling some views. I think we need to do it. I think we just need to go full no face, because the no face videos, they did better. They did better. Granted, it could have been content that we were doing as well, but I feel like they did better views wise. I think you need to get a video out as soon as it happens, like sometimes a few days after. That's true. Yeah, I haven't been as quick with it, but that's because I don't get the freaking, what's it called? I don't get the I don't find the news as quickly on that channel. Why don't people like your face? No face has nothing to do with it. I mean, maybe not, but I think sometimes I can't fit as much subject in the thumbnail, and therefore my face is almost like a useless part to put in the video, It also, it also depends on the subject and everything else that we're doing. When am I planning on leaving Orange County? When we can sustain an amount monthly that I need to do for, when we can sustain an amount of money monthly that I can make to where we can leave. Then we'll leave. Yeah, bro, we were pulling some insane views with the no face. I'm telling you, there was something to it. I low-key need to go back to it. Low-key, do we need to go back? But then we don't commit to it, and my editor gets pissed. He's like, what the fuck? More about events and those kind of things in the face. Exactly, humble. I'm with you on that. We can share the breaking news. True, dude. Bro, let me just do this. Let me see if the Discord is still... I just don't even want to look at it, man. I haven't opened this Discord in forever. But I don't even know if I don't even have the Discord app on my computer. All right, we'll look at it later. But breaking news is lit. No face is not worth it. You won't grow the brand long term. That's another good point. Wade's still trying to make a sleep channel. Hey, one of these days, I'm going to tell you guys, one of these days, I'm going to make a sleep channel and you'll never know it. And it's just going to be banging views, dude. I'm going to be making like 10K a month on a sleep channel. And I'm not going to say shit to nobody. I swear. I swear. Because y'all don't believe. Y'all don't believe in the freaking vision. I think you overthink the thumbnail thing. I probably do. I just want to like have a consistent thing. Maybe my face in it, maybe not. I don't know. Bro, I saw a fireplace channel, one vid only. I'm telling you. I'm doing it, bro. Yo, Maro, what's up, man? The resting concept. Oh, it's a fire name. What's a sleep channel? So there are these channels that do like brown noise or like fall asleep to this sound. And their views are insane, brother. Their views are insane. Let me see. Sleep. I'm just going to type sleep, see what we got here. Look at this. 12 hours of relaxing sleep music for stress relief. 72 million views. Granted, it's 6 years, but still, soothing relaxation. This is the channel. Let's see what they got going. Now they do the live streams as well. 135 million views. Videos, yeah, they're not keeping up as much as they did, but still, they're banging views. The dream concept, fire, dude. The dream concept. Yeah, man. I know it's more than 10 mil a year, but that's just easy money, bro. Now, granted, that channel is one of the bigger ones. I heard we had this talk. That's 12 million subs. We had this talk a while back, and someone's like, I tried to make a sleep channel and it did like 10 views in a month. So I was like, all right, bro, maybe not. They're like, I tried the meta and it got like 10 views. That's hilarious. What the hell is brown noise? All right, let's play it. I sleep to this every night. No joke. Imagine I put it on. It's just someone shitting. It's just someone farting. Listen, this is it. I sleep to this every night. I swear. Insane? Wait, I'm insane for going to sleep to this? Headphones or speakers? Speakers. My ex did this. Wait, whoa. This is calming, dude. Has it not annoyed me? I don't know. It sounds like my air conditioning. It sounds like heavy wind or rain. I don't know. Chloe and I go to sleep to this every night. We have our own. She has hers playing and I have mine playing. Sounds like a plane. I don't know. I think this is easy. It's for babies who can't sleep. True. It sounds like a VIN is on. Exactly. How do you monetize it? That's true. Yeah, the ad stuff. How do you... That's actually a good point. The ads... Maybe you're hoping that you play it long enough to where the ad plays after they fall asleep or something, and you put like one mad long ad in there, like a 30-minute ad. You definitely stare at nothing when you eat. Go to sleep raw like a real man. I also take melatonin sometimes. This is genuinely crazy. You guys, there's another one. Hold on. Is it pink noise? Yep. Now that's very loud. I do it like, on a low setting. I do pink noise as well. Because it sounds like rain. This is bad too? Someone said Ian Garry listens to this. All right. The other one I do is it's either red or green. I don't remember. Yeah, this one. Frying chicken. Come on, y'all. Come on. This is good. Now that I'm with you? Okay, all right. This one's good. Why does it say super deep? I'm not really feeling that part of it. Pink was awful. I rotate between them. Yeah, rain noises too, just something. Because I can't sleep. I mean, I can, but I don't like to sleep in the dead quiet nothing. But I'm also a guy that likes to sleep in pitch black, right? Like I hate sleeping in with light anywhere. You know? Bro, I can't believe some of these. Look at some of these YouTubers, dude. This guy, Adam Mockler, bangs views, son. He's like this liberal dude. Politics YouTube is crazy. Sometimes look at this. This is all in one day. Just bang, bang. What is that thumbnail? Politics fucking bangs on YouTube, dog. Did you see NY DEI police commissioner was involved in a drive-by? What? No, I didn't see that. Insane. All right, chat. I think we're gonna call stream on this. I get it though. It helps not to think about stuff. Doesn't melatonin kick in when you're in a pitch black for 30 minutes? Yeah, you produce melatonin. Sometimes I just need a little more. Someone said it's bad for you. I don't think, like, people think that you stop creating melatonin when you take melatonin. That's not true. I'm sure there are some effects from it, like, of course, because it's artificially inducing melatonin creation, but it doesn't, like, stop you from creating melatonin. No. Yeah, the commissioner was the getaway driver for her son. What? That's not a real story. That can't be real. Is the Candace Owens debate still happening Friday? Andrew Wilson said they're doing the debate. This is obviously more Wade's World stuff than anything. But I don't know. We will probably live stream that if that's true. If that debate happens on Friday, we're going to live stream it. But I don't know as of right now. All right. Chat, I appreciate you guys watching. I go to sleep to drilling noise. That's because I'm in the other room on top of your mother. Chat, I'm gonna go now. I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you for watching. Wade's World 100K by the end of the year. Yes. Appreciate you guys. Hey, we're live tomorrow. We're gonna have more to talk about tomorrow because we have media day starting. So we'll have a little bit of back and forth. Hopefully Ian Garry says some femboy cringe shit so we can laugh. I'm probably going to do a video either on that KSI vid from earlier today or, I don't know, something else. We'll find something else for main channel tomorrow. But in the meantime, in between time, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Peace and love. Tell someone you love them, and we are back tomorrow. Bye.